guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Waldorf. If you're new here, hello, what's up? Happy to have you. I'm super duper excited because today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 extremely unique Airbnbs in Seattle, Washington. Let's get started. So the first Airbnb I want to chat about is the historic Loft in the heart of Pioneer Square.
Oh, she's real, folks.
When you walk in, you instantly see this beautiful medieval bed. It's such a showstopper. The headboard is massive. It's picturesque. You really need to see it in person to appreciate it. But then to the side, there's also a ladder to go up to a loft where there is another bed, which is super duper cool. And lofts in general are really fun, but the fact that this one is very specific with its vibe and intention makes it so much fun. When I walked to the patio and opened the doors, I felt like I was almost in like what I think would be like London or Italy, because there's a pizzeria and you can smell pizza and pasta, and then it's just like brick and cobblestone. It's so beautiful and it's such a vibe. I find that this place, like the rest of the Airbnbs I'm going to chat about, fills up really fast. With any Airbnb, prices can range, but things start at $133 and go up from there. It's really not a bad deal, especially if you're splitting it with 4 guests. That's super duper reasonable. And what I love about this is the location. Pioneer Square is super fun and there's a lot to do and a lot to eat. It's a historic part of town, and I feel like if you want to experience Seattle, it's definitely a place you want to go. Another thing was that the host was extremely kind and generous. The only downside to this Airbnb, I would say, is that there's no parking. But in my humble opinion, if you're traveling to any city, there's not really going to be any parking, and you are in the city when you're at this Airbnb. So you really don't want a car anyways, just because you're in the city and you don't want to deal with parking as it is. It's definitely an Airbnb you should look into if you have the opportunity to, because yet, like I was saying, it books up really fast, but it is such a beautiful place. Anyways, let's move on to the next Airbnb. Okay, so the second Airbnb I want to chat about is the 78-foot historic Lindmar Yacht. I've chatted about this a little bit on my channel already, but it is truly one of a kind and I just need to highlight it again. So this Airbnb sleeps up to 8 people. There are 5 beds and 2.5 baths, which is pretty big for a historic yacht. It's an extremely clean boat, which is really great because, look, boats take a lot of money to keep up and there are a lot of maintenance, and it's understandable why they get dirty and also why they're so expensive. But this one is extremely clean, and when you stay on it, you don't feel gross. You feel like you're staying in a hotel or something. It's really cool. So in this yacht, they have 2 dining areas. They have a kitchen. Like I was saying, they have bedrooms and bathrooms, and really anything that you need, they have. This is a dockside stay, so you're not moving when you're on it. It is really unique though, because if you want to take a charter or a cruise on it, you can totally do that, and that actually allows up to 12 people. And you just need to kind of be in communication with the company themselves, and they're all totally cool and so sweet over there, and it's just going to be an additional fee with that. So let's talk about price really quick. So prices can be as low as $425 a night. That's such a good deal to stay on a yacht, you guys. That's such a good deal. Like, boats take so much time and money and energy to keep them up. So to say that you stayed on a yacht and to like actually like just have a great time it's just super fun, and like I feel like this is a very inexpensive Airbnb when you kind of break it down. The last thing I really love about this Airbnb is you're close to everything. You can get around really easy, take Ubers to anywhere you want to go in Seattle because you're still right there. It's truly a one-of-a-kind experience. So yeah, this Airbnb is super duper rad. So the last Airbnb I want to chat about is Tipsy the Tiny. You guys know that I had to put a tiny house in this video because it would not be complete without it. Tipsy the Tiny is such an incredible tiny home here in Seattle. It lives over in West Seattle, so I really love West Seattle because it's you're still in Seattle, but it's its own place and it has its own attractions and things to go to. It's close to Elkai, it's close to restaurants, it's close to bars, things like that. So there's plenty of stuff to do there, but if you wanted to go to like downtown Seattle, 10 or 15 minutes and you're there. So the owners of this home, Chad and Lindsay, greeted me when I got there, and they were so sweet, and they gave me a little bit of a lowdown on this beautiful, beautiful tiny home. This tiny house is such a labor of love. It was built by Chad and Lindsay from the ground up, and it is 100% custom. When you're building something so tiny, you kind of have to do that. For example, the couch is custom. You can't just buy a couch because it doesn't fit. You have to make sure everything kind of works with each other in order to move around and to adapt to the space. And I just felt like when I walked in there, it was such an experience because everything worked so well together, but at the same time, everything was a little bit smaller. Some things were full size for sure, but it is such a cool little house. So it allows up to 3 guests, which is a lot of people for that little house. It also has 1 bed and 1 bath, but you could definitely, like, someone could sleep on the couch if they really wanted to. So this tiny home is 180 square feet. That's so tiny, but it's so beautiful and precious when you get in there. It honestly feels like bigger than that. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you have to just go there and experience it for yourself. There is free parking on site, which is really nice if you have a car. This place, like the rest of them, books up super duper fast. It's $96 a night and up, and it's just such a fun, like, funky place to be in. It's super duper dope, and if you're traveling to Seattle, you have to check it out. Let me know in the comments below if you do. Okay, you guys, that kind of completes this video. If you're traveling to Seattle, which Airbnb would you want to stay at the most? Comment below. I would be so curious to know. All of them, without a doubt though, are one of a kind, truly amazing Airbnbs, and if you're traveling here, check them out because they will make your stay just like amplified because they're so cool and unique. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.